Hi, I'm Rebecca Harris, and welcome to this edition of Faces and Places. Today we're down at the Phoenix City Riverwalk, and we're going to be talking about the city's Paint the Town Pink campaign. I always look forward to October because we have so much fun, and it's for a very good cause. We're going to take a real short walk down the Riverwalk, and then I'm going to introduce you to my very special guest. And like I said, we are so excited about some events that we have coming up. But first of all, let me tell you about what the city of Phoenix City is doing. We contacted Home Depot, and they donated some wood for us. And then the wood class students at Central High School cut the ribbons out for us. And they're about this big, really cool. And we had some of our workers and volunteers paint them.
Oh, wow.
And we're putting them out on Broad Street, on the lampposts, on the fronts of the buildings, and in front of businesses, because we want everybody to help us paint the town pink. Now, why do we do that? We do that because we want people to be aware, and when they pass by those ribbons, we want them to think about people that they know that are affected by cancer. And there's not one single family that I've met that's not affected by cancer. In fact, one of my closest friends had a mastectomy this morning. So this is a very dear subject to me, and I just want to encourage all of you to get your mammograms done and stay on top of your health, because it's so important. And you know, we as women get so busy sometimes we don't make that appointment like we need to. So we've got some experts here today that are going to be talking to us a little bit about what we need to do to take care of ourselves and some exciting events that's coming up. And like I said, I had some very special guests with me. And this is Cheryl Johnson.
Hello.
She is the West Central Georgia Cancer Coalition. And what is your job there? What do you do?
I am actually the president and CEO, and I've been there now 9 years, and actually have been there since the inception of the coalition. Started under the health department, and now we're our own nonprofit 501c3. So I kind of do it all.
So it's a year-round job.
Absolutely.
Educating people and doing things for people that are dealing with cancer. Tell us a little bit about what y'all do.
Well, we are, as I said, a nonprofit, and we serve 13 counties, which includes Lee and Russell County here in Alabama. And we provide free screenings to women as well as men. We provide education, we provide outreach and advocacy and navigation. If someone is currently, going through, don't know where to turn, we provide resources and try to get people connected to those services that are needed. We work with healthcare providers to get them connected. And as I said, we have our Neighbors Helping Neighbors program that actually helps cancer patients. And that is why we do our Paint the Town Pink campaign. That's why we have our breast cancer awareness walk, which will be held October 20th, because those funds help our Neighbors Helping Neighbors Cancer Assistance Fund. That helps with, for instance, someone who needs assistance with their lights, their gas, their mortgage. Just when life happens, we try to step in and fill in the gap.
Well, that's amazing. Tell us a little bit about this special event that's going to be coming up.
Yes, it is Friday, October 20th. It is the 8th annual Pink Glow 5K walk run, and it's fun. So there are some people that want to have it timed. There is a $35 fee if you want to have it timed, but if you're not timed, it's only $30. And so we start at Woodruff Park, and what I like to say is this is one night, 2 states for a cause. And we are going to walk from Woodruff Park over here into Phoenix City, back into Columbus on the Riverwalk. And we have, beautiful cities, and we always work together in the various things that we do. And as I said, the funds that are raised stays right here in our community. 100% of the funds remain here in the community. So it's going to be a fun night. We're asking families to come out, teams to get together in memory or in honor of someone, who or memory of someone who's passed away, or just for a caregiver, because we all, as you said earlier, have been affected by cancer in some way, shape, form, and just having, that support, because as you'll talk to one of our survivors in just a moment about the support that's needed when you're on that journey. And that's what we try to do. We try to be that extra set of hands to help you, kind of guide you and get you along the way.
I think this is fabulous. I want to do this race.
Yeah, you should.
I've been saying every day, I've got to get out and walk a little bit so I won't get so
This is a
winded
good time.
when I do
Me
the walk.
too,
But
absolutely.
I've done it for 2 or 3 years, and it's a lot of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun, and we're telling everyone to go ahead and get registered before October 13th,
Right.
because the amount goes up, because we have to get T-shirts and make sure we have everything together, and so they can go online to wcgcc.org and look up under the Paint the Town Pink tab, and it will take them where they need to go.
Well, that is awesome. I can't hardly wait. I've already talked to several of my friends, and we're going to come out and do that.
Yeah.
It's a great time for the whole
is.
family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Parks and Recreation, we like to really encourage people to get out and exercise. And if you are exercising and it's for a cause as fabulous as this, then you're really doing a good thing. So you can feel good about that.
Yes.
Yes,
And
you
go
can.
online and register, so you
That's
don't
right.
forget to do
SUS.
it right after
Right.
you watch the
That's
show.
exactly
Right.
right.
Get out
You don't
there.
want to miss this, because
No,
we
you
have
don't.
a survivor here who's going to be telling us her
Nicole.
story, and her name is Nicole, and she has a T-shirt on that says 50
Be fabulous
and fit.
fit.
Tell me what that's all about.
Well, actually, that's a fitness. I'm a fitness professional, so it's just teaching. I'm in my 50s. If I tell you, I'll have to hide your body. But anyhow, I'm there, right? And all that is just I teach you how to work out in your environment, and you don't necessarily have to go to a gym. I'm affiliated with Uncommon Athlete Gym. That's over in Columbus, Georgia, right? And if you're 50 and you want to be fabulous and you want to stay fit, come and see me.
Well, all right. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Nicole Adderley. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Last year, in June, I was diagnosed with stage 3, grade 3, triple negative breast cancer. And if it wasn't for the Cancer Coalition, Cheryl Johnson and that firm, I would not be sitting here today, because I had a lump, it was showing, right? My girlfriend, who's a friend of hers, who was my caretaker, my rock at Gibraltar, her name is Bridget, she called Cheryl. Cheryl called her office, because Cheryl was on holidays. Her office made calls, and it was like a whirlwind. It just happened so quickly. Before I know it, I was in the doctor's office, and I had to get a mammogram. And if you're 40 and above, a mammogram is recommended every year. Right? Don't think that when you get 50, you could be 40 fabulous and still get a mammogram, right? So you want to get those mammograms, because the early detection saves lives and keep you off chemo. Chemo, I don't think anybody wants to do chemo. Chemo is not your friend, So try and get your mammograms, and men too. Because we have 1 out of 100 men would be diagnosed with breast cancer, when there's only 1. We had 5 more women here, 8. One of us would be having breast cancer, and we know it's me. Ta-da! I win.
Well, I'm glad that you pointed out that men also get breast cancer. I have a friend that got it, and he was just totally shocked, because he'd never heard that a man could have breast cancer.
Yeah.
So, they need to be checked as well. It's very hard, guys, to get you to go to the doctor.
It is.
But we want you to go to the doctor and get screened too for everything. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, prostate.
And men, just making sure that everyone, you know what's normal with your body. The breast self-exams are very, very important for women, and for men that know. And if there was a history, knowing your history. And a lot of times we don't like to talk about our history, our parents, our grandparents, of if they had cancer, breast cancer, and so just knowing, knowledge is key.
And if you don't know how to do a breast exam, then your people can teach them how to do that.
We can do that. Yes, ma'am. We
And you can also talk to your doctor about that, and they'll show you how to do that.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
something you need to routinely do as you're getting
Once
out of
a
the
month.
shower, and
That's
just check and make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you that I admire you so much.
Thank
because,
you.
And I want to thank you for coming out today. It's hot
Thank
down
you.
here.
It is. It is. It is. It's nice though. It's a lovely day. You
And
chose
I'm
a
sure
lovely
the heat's
day.
probably pretty rough on from you.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have a fabulous attitude.
Thank you.
And that is one
awesome.
thing that my friends that have been cancer survivors have told me, that attitude is everything.
Everything. It is everything. And a lot of times, Cheryl said earlier that, you know, the history of breast cancer, well, there was no history of breast cancer in my family. So sometimes we think if we don't have, nobody in my family have cancer, I can't get it, you know, this cancer, where is it coming from? Well, we all carry the cancer cells. So that's why you want to get checked. And once you get it, your attitude, if you've been a lousy person before, your attitude is going to change, because if you make it this far, if you make it through chemo, and you don't have to go through chemo if you get early detection, you know, if you check it, you don't have to go through chemo. They can just remove that cyst. But just having a great attitude, disposition, and Columbus and Alabama, I came here and I got diagnosed with it. But they've been the people I've met, from John B. Amos to the Medical Center, St. Francis, Coalition U, Alabama. I mean, they're so supportive. They say the Southern hospitality is real.
Where
it's
are you
real.
from, Nicole?
I'm originally from the Bahamas, but I moved here from New York. So, and I've experienced it, and I love it here. I know that people say, "Oh, you down south? It's so this, it's so that." Nah, it's a lie straight from the pit. Southern hospitality is real, and the people here are so genuine. You're really genuine. You feel the love, you feel the support. I had the best nurses, I had the best doctors, I have the best friends, I've made the best acquaintances. I swear, I used to think, you know, I love New York. Well, I've got this saying now, I heart Columbus and I heart Alabama. Yes, it's really lovely. I like it. Thank you.
Well, one of the great things about doing these walks and these other events that are surrounding this, like having our volunteers to help us with the Paint the Town Pink, is we do get to have friendship and camaraderie while we take care of ourselves.
Exactly.
And while we walk for those that we love.
Yes.
So we want to thank CTV for supporting us in this endeavor. And if you want to know more information about this, tell us again which website we need to look at.
Yes, they can go to wcgcc.org. And I did fail to mention one thing. There's going to be a survivor parade that starts at 6 o'clock on Broadway. Those survivors come out. We have a sponsor for t-shirts, so the first 100 survivors can get a free t-shirt, but they're going to be walking on Broadway. And the beauty of it is there are signs, 0+, 2 years, 5 years, and they walk behind that, and it is just a beautiful sight to see those survivors come up, and then they go on stage, and we celebrate them, because it's all about survivorship and celebration of life.
Yeah, because last year I was going through chemo,
She was.
and yeah, I'm here today. It's so long.
So beautiful.
Right, thank you. And I was bald, and I walked. I came out because I had chemo, and then I came out to the walk, and you know, I hold the 0 sign. It's so fun, and then the camaraderie that you get with the other survivors, and then with your caregivers and family and friends and supporters out there cheering you on, although you feel weak. You know, it's really worth the effort to come and be out there and support, and to get educated, and to see what's going on, and to learn about more, get more information, because the more we know, the better it is for all of us, and the better the community would be in accepting those with cancer, because cancer is not a bad word. It's just a thing that happens in life.
Well, I know years ago it used to just be an automatic death sentence.
Yeah.
If they said you had breast cancer, you just didn't think you were going to live.
Right.
And now, because of all the research and because of all the technology that we have today to detect it earlier, as long as we're making that effort to get out there and take care of ourselves and detect it, then we have a fighting chance. So the theme this year I thought was so cute.
Yes.
Tell us what the theme is.
Yeah. Real warriors wear pink.
That's right.
For a cause.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We got on our pink.
Real warriors wear, real warriors wear pink. And so, you know, we just want to play on that. So come out in your, you know, your Army gear, camo gear. And I do want to thank all of our sponsors, and they are listed on our website. I dare not try to call all of the names, but it is truly a community collaborative. We cannot do this alone. We have a very small staff, but we have an array of volunteers who helped make this night happen.
Yeah.
So I just truly thank everyone for their support. And then third Sunday in this month, October, is Pink Sunday. We ask all the faith-based organizations to observe Pink Sunday, and if they find it in their heart to collect a donation, please choose us as their charity of choice.
And if you have stocks.
Okay.
And if you have stocks, you want to.
Oh, well,
If you have stocks, you know, whatever you can.
We love that.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Consider us in your estate planning. Yes.
Well, I want to thank you, beautiful ladies, for
Thank
coming
you,
out and being my
Rebecca.
guest today.
Thank you so
It's
much for
such
having
fun,
us.
and you're so
Yes,
lovely
she is a
yourself.
beautiful
Thank
person.
you.
And I want to thank you for the work that you and your staff do, because it's a year-round thing to plan this big event. And not only is it a whole lot of fun, but it's an important event.
Yes.
So I hope that you guys, like I said, will go online and go ahead and register and come on down and let's do this walk together.
right. Let's
Wow.
paint the
Yes.
town
Pink.
That's
Real Warriors, we're pink. Woof, woof.
And Nicole, I just want to tell you, we're going to be praying for you.
Thank you. And I'll pray for your friend as well.
And
Thank
I feel
you.
very blessed that I got to meet you today.
Ditto. Yes.
And that
Likewise.
you have moved here to our area, so we
And
can
I love
hang out
it.
a little bit.
Yes,
That's
okay,
right.
for real. I'm going to take her up on that.
That's right. She will. She'll call you.
I would love that. We've got plenty to do around
Yes.
here. Okay, well, I want to thank you all for joining us today on Faces and Places, where you never know whose face you'll see or which place we'll be. See you next time.